September 14 keeps showing up around the Steam frame, and at this point, that date is getting harder to ignore. Multiple people in the community are naming it, and the date also lands inside Valve's official summer window. Valve has confirmed none of this, it's just a rumor at the moment, and I'm saying that up front. So, what's going on, everybody? It's Ed Saavedra. Now let me break down where September 14 came from and how much weight it actually carries. The date traces back to Brad Lynch. He reportedly told people that he'd heard September 14 from multiple sources. Other people in the Steam frame community then landed on the same date and said they'd heard it independently. That's the part worth paying attention to. So, September 14 didn't come from one random post. Several people tracking this hardware arrived at it separately. It's worth watching, but it's not official. And then there's a second signal, and honestly, it's a little bit stronger here. So there was a coded post from Steam Hardware Updates, and people decoded it as reviewers have the Steam frame as of August 24th. If that reading is correct, then review units are already out in the wild. Valve has also run a roughly 2-week review window before, which would actually put an announcement somewhere in early September. Now, what Valve hasn't confirmed yet is who received the units, when a supposed embargo will lift, or what date anything launches. The timeline gets stronger, it doesn't get confirmed though. So then there's a sale, right? A developer invitation reportedly lists a SteamVR sale that is running September 14 through the 21st. So the logic kind of matches here, right? They launch a headset, they discount the games that run on it, and they give new owners a reason to start building the library. The catch here though is that this looks like a third-party event that is hosted through Steam, and it's not a Valve-wide sale. Third-party events line up with Valve's schedule by coincidence all the time. It's just supporting evidence, not confirmation. Everything does fit together though, and here's how. So, Valve has officially said that the Steam frame ships in summer 2026, and September 14 sits right at the end of that window, and the sale wraps on the 21st just before the season turns. So Valve would be using almost every week available while still keeping its word. Now, a few more things to point out here. They head in the same direction. So the Steam frame setup and unboxing videos briefly surfaced through an ARM Steam client update before somebody actually pulled them down. And also, Great On Frame has grown to around 89 titles, and that is up from about 65 on August 10. None of that proves a date, but all of it looks kind of like launch preps. So do I believe September 14 would be a launch date? So it's the most believable date that we've got so far, but I'm still not marking it as confirmed, right? What makes this interesting isn't a single clue, it's actually the pattern. So several people naming one date independently, a VR event that's starting that day, and set of material that is showing up in Valve's own client, a catalog filling out, and a summer promise that Valve has to keep. So here's the part that almost nobody is separating though. Does September 14 mean an announcement, reservations, or the headset actually shipping? People are using those three interchangeably, and they describe completely different outcomes. So a September 14 announcement with November shipping is a very different situation than a headset showing up at your door, right? Now, until Valve says something, none of this is verified. Drop it in the comments, guys. Do you think that September 14 is when this thing launches, or are we just reading too much into this? And if you like videos like this one, hit that subscribe button, guys. For more Valve hardware news, check out Savage.com. I'm Ed Saavedra, and I'll catch you all in the next one.